Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Susan, and today I want to show you how to use Venetian plaster through a stencil to get this raised effect. Now this is a board I've already finished, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do this process. Let me start by saying that Venetian plaster can come in any color you choose. Also, you don't have to use Venetian plaster to get this effect. You can use textured paint or even old paint that has gotten too thick. This is a fleur-de-lis that I added to this little chest of drawers. It's on there pretty thick, which you probably can't see from that angle. And the reason that is because the stencil holes were kind of big. If you don't like that look, just get a smaller, more intricate stencil. Okay, let's get started. I have a sample board here that already has 2 coats of the base color on it. I've placed the stencil where I want it and used tape to secure it so it doesn't move around. You can use this technique on pretty much anything. Furniture, kitchen cabinets, doorways, stairways, pretty much anywhere you want. If you get tired of it, all you have to do is sand it off. My Venetian plaster is so old it's gotten this thick. In fact, I even had to add a little water to it just so I could work with it. Now I'm going to use a rubber spatula to spread it on the stencil. I'm just going to put a glob on and start smoothing it out, making sure I get all the areas of the stencil. This is a messy process, so make sure you have plenty of paper towels around and a trash can. I should have put more tape down here. Well, if it messes up, you can always correct it with your base coat. I'm getting it on there pretty thick, but you don't have to. It's all personal preference. So just continue until you've got the whole stencil done. And here's something to note too. You have to clean your stencil between each time you use it. And I've got like an old icing knife that I use to kind of scrape it off. Oops. Hopefully that'll be okay. We'll fix it. So make sure you got everything covered where you want it. I think we're good. All right, it's the moment of truth. I'm going to pull off the stencil, and then all we have to do is let it dry overnight. Looks pretty good. This is what I mean about cleaning your stencil. It's kind of hard because your knife will catch the edges of your stencil, but it's caked on so thick, it would take forever to just wipe it off. But it's important to clean your stencil each time you use it. This is my sample board that I've let dry overnight, and I'm holding it at this angle just so that you can see all the peaks and valleys of the Venetian plaster. Because the next step is I'm going to take some sandpaper, just sort of kiss it and knock off all those peaks. Alright, I've made my little touch-ups and I've got it where I want it, and now what I'm going to do is seal it with water-based polyurethane. Always stir your polyurethane, don't shake it or else you'll get air bubbles. And I use a foam brush just because it doesn't leave brush strokes. And usually I put on 2 coats just because it's kind of hard to tell where you've been. And most of the time if I just use 1 coat, I miss an area. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Be creative, have some fun, and send me your pictures.